Good Thursday morning, South Florida, and happy Halloween. We are waking up to a very similar forecast we've been under for much of this week. Those winds are whipping and bringing in a few showers earlier this morning over parts of the Keys. May see a few showers in Broward and Miami-Dade, but overall the forecast very quiet, nice and mild, temperatures upper 70s, winds anywhere between, it looks as though 7 to about 21 miles per hour right now, gusting in the 30s already in the Keys. We will continue to see those winds gusting from time to time. Right now, the 20s in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Our dew points are in the 60s. This is a very comfortable air mass. We've been talking about this all week long. It's fantastic, and it is really going to play a big part in our trick-or-treating forecast and really our all-day Halloween forecast. Get outside and enjoy any events and activities because the weather's fantastic. It has been years that we've been able not to be sweating while we're outside, so enjoy. Here's the breakdown of the forecast tonight. Maybe a scary shower and some spooky sprinkles and some creepy clouds, but really that's about it. I think it'll be a beautiful evening. Enjoy with your family and friends. The weather forecast looks great as we go into the weekend. We continue this easterly breeze, keeping our highs in the mid 80s, lows in the 70s. Have a great day and happy Halloween.
Trick-or-treaters, depending on what you've got to say.
Yeah, there's a lot of events today too. So the kids most likely are going to be outside, and maybe even the adults, because you know we're always kid at heart. I'm with you. I don't hate. I'm going to be with you. And Alex, welcome back to all the fun, the goodness, and the wonderful conditions in the way of our temperatures. Nice and mild, mid to upper 70s, get you out the door. Winds whipping, moving in anywhere between 17, 7 to even 21 miles per hour, but gusting well into the 20s again in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Homestead, and even in Marathon, 31 mile per hour wind gusts. So just like the past previous days, we could see a speedy shower off the breeze. I'm looking at some showers right now by the Keys, but into the afternoon hours and really by tonight, yes, my in-house model does pull a few showers speeding through parts of Broward County around 8, 9 o'clock tonight. Yes, for trick-or-treating. So we'll have some spooky sprinkles is what I'll call it. Here is your trick-or-treating forecast and your Halloween forecast. 8 o'clock, 76 degrees, just some creepy clouds. And then we get into the afternoon hours with those witching winds and some spooky sprinkles. Those sprinkles, again, I was just mentioning, move through parts of Broward County this morning. There's one about to push on shore right by Aventura and by the Keys. Let's go to the tropics. So the area we're watching, the Caribbean, has a 50% chance of development. Again, development not expected until probably early next week. Regardless, that slow development will be something that we're watching. We still have the ridge of high pressure keeping a lot of this moisture well to the south. More on that Halloween forecast. I've got it coming up. Not so spooky forecast on this Halloween. Looks fantastic out here. Let's break it down. As you're planning your day, expect some creepy clouds to be around. We will have those witching winds all day long. And yes, we can't rule out a chance of a spooky sprinkle here or there. And unfortunately, it does look as though we will be seeing a few showers between the 7 to 9 o'clock hour tonight as we are trick-or-treating. Just isolated, though. Not everybody will deal with the showers. What we're all dealing with are the winds, moving in anywhere between 7 to 21 miles per hour. And we're also dealing with some mild temperatures, upper 70s and lower 80s, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Key West, wind gusting in the 20s, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Homestead, 31 mile per hour wind gusts in Marathon. Our dew points are in the 60s, so the air is definitely drier than yesterday. So if you enjoyed yesterday, you're really going to enjoy it today. Especially across much of the state, things are very quiet, but very warm across the southeast. We're dealing with record highs from parts of the southeast, from Texas and towards parts of the Midwest. For us, we have a shower moving onshore right by Aventura. Otherwise, down by the Keys, a few showers as well. This ridge of high pressure dominating, keeping the atmosphere very quiet across the southeast, but also sparking another round of severe weather. Our friends across the Midwest last night and into the early morning hours had some severe weather, and that's because it's the clash between the cold air mass. Look, they're in the 30s in northern half of Texas, and then into the southern half, they're in the 70s. That's how cold this area is, and with that ridge of high pressure in place, it's going to dominate and really provide for a very hot and humid forecast for much of the southeast to the northeast for trick-or-treating. Not for us. Our forecast is fantastic. We've got that dry air in place. We have the breeze in place. Trick-or-treating may see a few sprinkles, but overall the forecast will be wonderful with that breeze in place. Have a great day and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, South Florida. We are waking up to temperatures in the upper 70s. The time is 5:48. It feels really nice and mild out there. Winds anywhere between 11 to 20 miles per hour, gusting from time to time, already in the 20s and 30s. But again, it's making the air feel really comfortable. Mid to upper 70s get you out the door, lower 80s for you in Marathon. As for our winds, right now gusting at 31 miles per hour in Marathon. We have 23 mile per hour wind gusts in Key West, 26 mile per hour wind gusts reported in Fort Lauderdale. Dew points in the 60s. The air is comfortable. We're in that comfortable to tolerable category. Very limited moisture in place, and really the whole state enjoying this type of forecast from the Panhandle all the way down here to South Florida. As for some showers, I did have a few showers, just an isolated sprinkle that rolled through over parts of Aventura and by the upper Keys. But really, after that, we're mostly dry, and it's all thanks to this ridge of high pressure that's been our weather pattern for much of this week. Though it is providing for our systems that are moving from the west coast to the east coast, bringing severe weather across the Midwest last night and yesterday. Could do it again today for parts of Texas towards Chicago and towards portions of St. Louis, Missouri. Now for us, we're well displaced from that system. We're enjoying the dry air. We have that breeze. We could see a spooky sprinkle rolling in off the breeze later tonight for our trick-or-treating forecast. But going into your Friday, the forecast sticks with us, and it will be very nice going into the weekend. Here's our forecast tonight. Will be a beautiful breeze, some creepy clouds. Could bring us some spooky sprinkles by tonight. Now headed to the beach or doing any boating, I don't suggest it. We have a high surf advisory, a high risk of rip currents, and we have a small craft advisory for boaters. All right, the breeze sticks with us. High stay in the 80s, mid 80s as we go into the weekend.